Do you remember the first time you saw the San Francisco Ballet's production of Nutcracker?
I do remember as a young girl, my mother took my sister and I to see the Nutcracker, and it kind of became a family tradition where she would take us every year. And it was something we really looked forward to because we loved it. It was kind of symbolized the holidays, and it was just beautiful and enchanting.
What other holiday traditions do you have with your family now?
I guess some of the other holiday traditions that I have with my family is now I'm a mother and I have two young daughters, so just being together as a family and celebrating the holidays and having a nice Christmas dinner, baking cookies, things like that.
Do you take your children to see the Nutcracker?
My two daughters have seen the Nutcracker, not the San Francisco version, so I'm looking forward to this year, hopefully taking them to see the San Francisco Nutcracker.
How big are the differences or similarities between traditional dance, modern dance, and skating?
I think you can take a little bit of dance from whatever area, whether it's traditional, modern, or ballet, and take some of the movement, mostly I think from the upper body onto the ice. The legs are very different with the skates and the movement on the ice. Everything is a lot more parallel, but I think a lot of the other things with the arms can translate.
How did your training differ between competitive skating and Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, well. Some of the differences with the training from skating and Dancing with the Stars, skating is something I started at a very young age, and my whole life was focused on it. And there were many, many years of hours of a day going into that training. So it was pretty intense, and the focus was a lot more intense, especially for the Olympics. But Dancing with the Stars was, a lot of fun. I think at this point in my life, it was challenging myself to do something new and out of the box and learn something new. And the intense part was learning a new style of dance and choreography and to perform the routine in 4 days on live television. So that was, I think, the biggest challenge.
Was there any hesitation on your part in participating?
There's definite hesitation on my part when I was first asked to do Dancing with the Stars. I think the thought of being judged again was kind of scary to me, and obviously being on live television every week and performing, you're really putting yourself out there. I think it's scary being known in one element, the skating, and I was comfortable with that, and that was my comfort zone. But stepping out of that and trying to do dance, and you don't know, you might fall flat on your face, or you might do performances that people absolutely hate. So I think that was a really scary thing to kind of step into. But at the same time, I saw it as a challenge and something that I thought could be fun.
How did the Kristi Yamaguchi Holiday Ice Rink in San Francisco come about?
Good question. The Embarcadero had always put on the Holiday Ice Rink right in San Francisco, and it reminded me of Rockefeller Center in New York City, and I compared it to that all the time. And it's just such a beautiful setting, and it was really nice when my foundation, the Always Dream Foundation, can be a part of that. And during the holidays, have it available to everyone here in the San Francisco area. So that was a fun thing to be a part of.
Do you skate there yourself in the winter?
I have skated at the Holiday Rink in San Francisco, and it's so pretty, especially with the lights once the Embarcadero buildings are lit for the holidays, and it's kind of a fun, tradition to do.
With both parents, I understand your husband is a hockey player, having such impressive backgrounds on the ice. Do your daughters skate, or give them dance lessons?
Well, even though both my husband and I make our livings on the ice, he's a hockey player, we want our daughters to kind of find their own identity, see what they love and want to pursue. you know, we kind of expose them to everything. I mean, at the point right now, they're 2.5 and 4.5, and they do say they want to become figure skaters, which kind of scares me. But on the other hand, if that's where their passion is, then I think we'll definitely support it. But if they find something else, then that would be great too.
What drove you to create the Always Dream Foundation?
Okay. After the Olympics, I was able to work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it was the first time I worked really closely with another organization, a charitable organization, and that inspired me to start my own foundation called the Always Dream Foundation, and it's been about 14 years now, I think, and we help a lot of different children's organizations in the San Francisco Bay Area, Northern California, and you know, a little bit nationwide as too. We're a small foundation, but we try to reach as many people as we can.
Is there anything that your foundation does specifically around the holidays, and is that an important time for the foundation to be involved with the children?
I think the holidays are definitely an important time for any charitable event to be involved with children. You know, because you realize how lucky and fortunate you were growing up and how many kids out there aren't. So traditionally my foundation has hosted a skating party for children, and we usually have Santa Claus there and toys that we give out to all the kids and a little pizza party. So it's just kind of a fun day that they can kind of get away, and we put smiles on their faces, and you know, it makes it all worthwhile.